and we are looking at that Morty versus Stripe matchup. I I don't know who the favorite is. It is I don't know. I can see strengths on both sides. I can see faults in both sides. Even as far as like players go, there are a lot of really interesting player specific tendencies that you might need to watch out for. Um, I, I, uh, what are the words? I clearly Paddington Bear did not help me. Shmoney,
Listen, Matt, listen.
Shmoney was looking, and to be fair, he was never punished for this. But Shmoney really likes to use his dodge button to get out of combos, and maybe Darknight sees that and is able to punish that. Darknight has a really hard time once he's in the air, not just constantly getting hit and getting juggled, and is a little bit predictable from what we've seen recently. But if this game is any different, then who knows who has the advantage.
I think we have another Sky Stadium bout here, another flat plane. I honestly think, the flat plane allows for the projectiles of Morty to play very well into the favor. Although Stripe looking to do the aerial juggle here.
I really like what Stripe did initially, dodging some of those projectiles, using the up aerial just to pull himself a little bit higher, and he gets the first
Incredibly early elimination. That corner elimination may make the difference here. It does look like that hit and run tactic is going to be the main form of attack that Stripe takes in this one.
Shmoney's really having a hard time keeping Stripe out. While Stripe is having, look at that, he's finding these ways to poke and prod at Morty to interrupt his setup game.
Absolutely. Although it looks like he may be able to try and take the stop back. The chainsaw wasn't able to connect. And looks like he's using those ground shockwaves to try and make that distance between the two. But the ray gun comes in pretty clutch there. Looks like Morty's going to go for an elimination here.
Good patience by Shmoney. Able to bait out the jump from Darknight and punishing it with the shockwave into the kill. I'm interested in seeing how they kind of adapt to each other. Ooh, the chainsaw connecting, opening up to a combo.
We are now looking at a very dangerous position for Shmoney here. At 113 heat, that, we're looking at elimination territory right now, and there it is. What looked like a drop kick of some kind from Stripe there.
It was really good awareness from Darknight, watching the projectile connect with the gear and capitalizing on it into the kill. But now he's getting comboed into the corner, but he finds the retaliation, returning to neutral.
Absolutely, and now both sitting around that 70-80 mark. And it's not impossible for Shmoney to take this back. We've seen people, able to get an entire elimination from 100 heat. But if he continues to take heavy hit like that, able to stay alive. Now trying to control that ledge, gets the elimination on Stripe. It is down to that final third stock, and a very quick elimination from Stripe gets the victory there.
That was really good. I think that, so one of the major, I guess it isn't a major change because this was expected of the game beforehand. One of the changes, it was a bug fix really that happened recently, is that the Angel platform works properly. Before, you would be able to approach the Angel platform, and a decent amount of the time you'd be able to hit them off of it. There'd be no invincibility. But now, since you do have that invincibility, you have a little bit of advantage coming down off of it. And honestly, Darknight was able to do a really good job of taking advantage of that moment of reprieve. Clearly, Shmoney was not ready to get hit, and Darknight just closes out with a clean kill to get that third stock.
Nah, absolutely. That was quite a close matchup, and I'll be very interested to see how this second matchup goes if Shmoney is able to get the point back and take us to that third round bout that I was hoping for. Another Sky Stadium pick.
I'm really feeling like these maps are kind of the ones that everyone's agreeing is the most competitive, I guess is the best way to put it. Though I do like the idea of mixing it up here. It was close, so I don't see any reason to change up too much.
I think the flat plane allows for these two to focus mainly on their own ability. Positioning really becomes a secondary thought when you're dealing with a neutral plane like this. And Stripe now looks like he's taking a lot more damage from Morty. The chainsaw is going to balance it out a little bit, but it certainly looks like Shmoney has adapted to the situation, doing a lot more dodging, staying nice and low. But
that was
it's
a really
not going to be a knife.
That was a really good job by Mrdarknight, noticing that Morty used his double jump. Morty was below him. Perfect time to use that ray gun to just poke him out. And you know, there's this huge back and forth. It's almost scrappier than a UFC fight, and Morty's able to quickly return the favor.
It does just kind of go to show you can get as much damage as you want on your opponent, and that is obviously a very important factor of the fight. But ultimately, if your positioning on the ledge is better and you're able to just keep control of the air, doesn't matter how much damage you're taking if you've got nowhere to go. Stripe is going to show us that right now. Looks like a very tight fight on the ledge, using the chainsaw to get away. Now trying to close that distance. Morty might be able to get a stock up here if he's able to keep this very nice juggling combination going. Using the shockwave like to break the bone saw, it seems. Very nice.
I do like the shockwave usage here from Shmoney. Kind of slowing down the game pace because he doesn't want to get caught up in Stripe's game like Mrdarknight is doing. It really feels like the moment that he starts getting hit, there's a little bit of emotions from the both of them. And Shmoney's able to try to get back to stage.
This is getting incredibly close. Stripe is able to get the elimination, but he's sitting at 141 heat now. Just one good hit is all it'll take, and he will go flying.
It's really important for Shmoney to not take too much damage here, but is able to close out that
There's
stock.
the elimination. Honestly, 47 isn't the worst situation to be in.
And, you know, he's about to return it right back. Good patience, whips the follow-up, though. And now we have...
juggling.
Just Mrdarknight was trying to get into position. Has a huge flame lead, but it is looking like he's able to close it out to get that 2-0